Oh boy. Hey guys. Sid, I didn't upload last week because I haven't written anything. I struggled with making sure I got the 40 beats down, and it's a poor excuse, but I've just been working really, really long days, and I just sometimes when you're home, even when you try to write and you sit there, your mind just can't settle. But I wrote a little bit, and I thought it was very important that I got to the 40 beats, and I actually got more than 40 beats. The reason why is because that way it's easier to track where I need the story to go, and um, I can see, I can translate that into the script significantly easier. It's not going to be a long movie, so I just thought I want to get through. I want to get through this correctly, get all the beats done, and see. I tried. I guess the best way I can describe it is I like to measure 2 or 3 times before I cut, and that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to get every single beat that I could. With that said, I just started scripting maybe a few days ago, and I'm 5 pages in, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but that was a lot just considering. But I was supposed to talk about this a program that I've been using to write my scripts and my screenplays, scripts, whatever. And I go back and forth with using just a word program and Highlands. And I love Highland too. It's the best screenwriting program that I've ever used. I've never used Final Draft. I use Celtex and some other like cheaper programs, but Highland 2 by far is the most intuitive. But I still just like writing in Word, and that's only because I use Word every day, and I don't want to get stuck with formats. I just want to write the paragraph that I'm thinking of, and then if it's good, I'll copy and paste it and put it into um, Highland. Um, I I'll do the same thing with dialogue. I don't want to get bogged down by how the dialogue looks. I'll write an entire conversation between two people and not put their character names on there just so I can get the conversation going, and then I'll import that into Highlands or whatever screenwriting program. So I know a lot of people work differently, so they may not work for you. You may have to see it, but in my head, the conversation is just flowing that way. And at this point in time, I don't have very much dialogue. It's primarily action, um, following the characters, and I kind of have just a generalization of what the characters are going to be talking about. So that's as far as I've gotten so far. 4 or 5 pages in, I actually have probably about 55 or 60 beats, and I'm pretty sure that's enough to cover to finish the entire movie. So I know it's not a or it seems like a failed week, but it wasn't, or a failed upload. It wasn't, and I am going to push through this. It's still early on, and I know it's weird to think, oh, you just started, and how are you gonna quit so quickly? But writing is not easy. Filmmaking is hard. period. No matter how much you love it, it is a large part of yourself and a lot of your energy expulsed into expulsed. I don't really know the right word. I know no words, but it's not whatever that word is. It's just so much of yourself and your energy that's going into something, and that is draining. That is draining. And no matter how easy some people make it look, and maybe it is easy for them, but for others, it's not. It's not going to be easy. Nothing that's worth doing is ever going to be easy. So if you're writing a script, push through. I've gotten messages from a few people already just that are trying to make a film and don't really know where to go. And I've maybe not, I didn't, I don't know if I helped them. They maybe they're just being nice and saying they've helped, but they seem to be pretty responsive. And um, the filmmaking community is one of those communities that is extremely supportive because it's not easy. So if you guys have any questions, let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. If you guys haven't need any help or sometimes, just talking through things, let me know. Uh, my contact information is everywhere online. Hit me up in anything. I answer them as quickly as possible. And then if I don't, I will tell you why I didn't answer them as quickly as possible. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for just a couple minutes here. It's not a long video, but thanks for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. You guys have a great night or day, whatever it is at your time. It's middle of the night for me. So. Over this is technically week 4 and 5. Oh, wait. Dang, I kind of forgot. I mean, just writing paragraphs in a Microsoft Word document, and my cat is. You could probably hear that. But he's in his restroom. Okay, so one thing that I like to do is I sometimes is he still? And the AC is going on now. Whoop. Oh, it really holds onto your eyeball. It's kind of cool. God, you really, if it's on face tracking, it will not go onto anything else. That's incredible. I've been a long time Olympus shooter, and I have started to venture back to Sony, and that's only because they have the FX3, and this has been a camera that I have been wanting pretty much since it came out. I drew a dream camera, and it was literally this Olympus, this FX3. Um, there's a few people complain about a lot of different things, and there's a couple things that's missing from it that makes it not a cinema camera. But I kind of consider every camera a cinema camera at this point. Um, Even the Olympus EM1 from 2016 that you can get for like $400 now. There's it does cinema 4K, true 24. That and has a 1/48th shutter, so it's actually a true 180 degree shutter angle. Even the FX3 doesn't have cinema 4K, true 24, and true 180 degree shutter. So it has 10-bit. That's nice. Um, I might personally will not consider that a requirement. Simply because there's a lot of cameras back in the day, like the C100, C300s, that were used on bigger budgets, and those are only 8-bit cameras, so not a big deal to me. I'll just shoot it like how I would. With 8-bit footage, you would just kind of treat it the way you would treat film and expose correctly, and that's it. I'm gonna turn my AC off. It's really hot, and I've had a, I'm working like 14 to 16-hour days, and I do like this. This apartment has like a cool app that you can turn on and off. You can't see anything. It's like really hugging my face. I'm just gonna wait for that to come off. Do 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 do.